We're going to look at Ezra's prayer. Ezra chapter 9, verses 5 through 9. And this prayer is beautiful because we see Ezra the priest who's praying for the people of Israel. And if you've ever been in a situation where you have intensely been praying for someone else, you can identify with Ezra's prayer, especially if you were praying for somebody to return to Christ, to return to the church, to save their marriage, to save the unity of their family. Let's go look at Ezra chapter 9. I want to look at chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "At the evening sacrifice, I arose from my fasting with my garments and my mantle rent, and fell upon my knees and spread out my hands to the Lord my God, saying, O my God, I am ashamed and blush to lift my face to thee, my God. For our iniquities have risen higher than our heads, and our guilt has mounted up to the heavens. From the days of our fathers to this day, we have been in great guilt. And for our iniquities, we, our kings and our priests, have been given into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, to plundering, and to utter shame as at this day. But now, for a brief moment, favor has been shown by the Lord our God to leave us as a remnant and to give us a secure hold within this holy place, that our God might brighten our eyes and grant us a little reviving in our bondage. For we are bondmen, yet our God has not forsaken us in our bondage, but has extended to us his steadfast love before the kings of Persia, to grant us some reviving, to set up the house of our God, to repair its ruins, and to give us protection in Judea and Jerusalem." So what's going on in this prayer? Well, the people of Israel were so disobedient to God that the city of Jerusalem was destroyed. The entire southern kingdom was decimated. The northern kingdom had already been decimated years earlier, and they were taken away in exile. In 587 BC, Jerusalem was destroyed along with the temple, and the people were taken away into exile, and after 70 years, they began to return and rebuild Jerusalem under the Persian rule. It was Cyrus, the king of Persia, who first allowed the captives to start coming back. And so they've been returning to Judea, to Jerusalem. They have rebuilt the temple. And here's Ezra praying to God and asking the Lord for his protection. He's turning to the Lord and he's basically saying, Lord, we've messed up, we've sinned, but now look at, you're reestablishing us. And so he's essentially saying, may we not fall back into sin as we did. May we be faithful. May we learn from this experience. And so, my brothers and sisters, if you've ever had an experience where you made a mistake, you've done something you shouldn't have done, may you learn from it. And no matter how difficult the experience was, may God begin to reestablish your life so that you can return to the Lord. Here we see Ezra praying not just for himself, but for the whole people of Israel. And it's a reminder of us to constantly pray for the whole church, especially for the weakest members, for those who are going through the most trials and tribulations, even people who have left the faith and abandoned the faith, to pray for them to return to the Lord. May God give us such a great desire to pray for others.